Okay, so one thing I want to show you folks real quick. With this roof, we had the advantage of working with the adjuster beforehand. So we knew that we had an issue with planks, right? And I want you to see that at the end here on the eave, you could see the remnants, the last little bit of what was an architectural or dimensional shingle that's being pulled, right? And you can also see ice and water was placed at the eaves. However, the entirety of the roof surface only had a 15-pound roof felt. So very similar to what we see in Sicklerville, where you have a lot of those homes that basically have half of the new package, ice and water at the eaves, and in the valleys, you know, they have a shingle over ventilation style ventilation, but they have a 3-tab shingle. In this instance, you have an updated architectural shingle, but when they tore it off down to the roof deck and saw that it was planks, they should have had the wherewithal to either ice and water the entirety of the length or to use a high quality polymer paper, synthetic paper like we're going to use today, Roof Runner. So the good news is we have 27 sheets, right, of OSB half-inch, or what they call half-inch 7/16 plywood in the yard. And we needed to see that we were not going to have any more than 1/8 of an inch of space. And you can see that we're good throughout these lengths. There's no way that we're going to tear up all of these planks, right? Just the fact that planks were used, we know that it's older construction. So we have an opportunity to shore that all up today by simply putting new boards, new sheathing right on top. As of 2020, right, on March 3rd, code was updated to say that if the space between those planks was more than 1/8 of an inch, or if the surface was deemed too water rotted, that it would be unnailable, then code says the boards have to be torn up. We're not going to have that problem. So I think the biggest issue with the leaks in the roof is the fact that when they tore it off last and got it down to the roof deck, they didn't bother to use any more than a 15-pound roof felt for paper, as you see that going off the roof. So today it's going to get shored up with 27, no less than 27 sheets. It's 789 square feet up here. Those are 32 square feet per board. 789 divided by 32 is 24 boards. We have 27, knowing that we're going to have at least some waste when we stagger those boards. So we're very well prepared to get the entirety of this roof surface, you know, up to date with the proper sheathing. And then we're going to, you know, drip it out the entire perimeter with drip edge, and then apply the proper underlayments, which include CertainTeed's Winter Guard for ice and water, and CertainTeed Roof Runner for polymer paper. We have, you can see on the ground right here, that single bundle is a bundle of Swift Start starter shingles from CertainTeed, and there's 2 bundles of Shadow Ridge. They cover 30 linear feet. We have a total of about 40 linear feet of ridge space. So you can see our ridge vent. There's 40 linear feet, 10 pieces, 4-foot length in a box. So we have a full box, and you have a full CertainTeed package that's going on this roof on top of brand new sheathing. And that will solve the problem, the mystery that we couldn't figure out.